This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, we have new information regarding a fatal crash on the Turnpike that was part of a chain reaction.
Maine State Police responded to a three-vehicle fatal crash near mile marker 104 northbound on the Turnpike in West Gardner just before noon on Saturday. This crash was caused by traffic slowing in the area from an earlier crash at mile marker 107 in Farmingdale. The initial investigation shows a 2014 BMW was struck in the rear by either a 2016 Chevy Malibu or a 2021 Jeep Wrangler. The driver of the BMW has been identified as 53-year-old William Stevenson of Stonington. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Stevenson's female passenger has been identified as 54-year-old Tina Adams of Stonington. She was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, as was the driver of the Jeep. The investigation remains ongoing, but police say the crash did not involve any alcohol or drug impairment.
Well, 2 buildings in Bangor were evacuated after a car hit a natural gas line this morning. Bangor Assistant Fire Chief Andrew Emery says they were called to the Salvation Army store at 585 Broadway just before 10:30.
First engine in, engine 6 did find a car that had cleaned out the gas meter. No structural damage, but there was a gas leak, and Bangor Gas was called by Bangor PD and myself.
We're thankful again that the manager in her phone call was able to get all of the customers out, got all the employees out. Everyone was evacuated safely. It was an accident, and the person involved in the accident is fine too, so we're very happy for that.
Door Seafood Market was also evacuated, and crews dug up the street and clamped off the gas leak. The buildings were ventilated so gas levels returned to a safe level. The Salvation Army employees were sent home for the day. The store will reopen tomorrow.
Meanwhile, the Maine Democratic Party has held a press conference addressing a New York Times article which they say shows former Governor Paul LePage is benefiting from Florida tax breaks while living in the state of Maine. The Times article alleges LePage and his wife have used and are currently using their Florida property to receive permanent resident tax breaks there, both while he previously served as governor and lived in the Blaine House, as well as while he's currently running for governor. Maine Democrats say the article shows he received Florida tax breaks from 2009 to 2015 and 2018 through the end of this year. Maine Democratic Party members are calling LePage's alleged actions hypocritical due to his reported push to phase out Maine's income tax and a previous push to eliminate the homestead tax in a previous budget, as reported by Maine Center for Economic Policy. Vice President for the Maine Democratic Party says voters should take all this into consideration.
Values are relevant to who our leader is. When I'm looking at who I want to vote for any given office, I want to know that they're smart enough to do the job and that they hold a set of values that allow them to make the best decisions for the state of Maine.
A member of the LePage campaign stated he would not respond to false attacks. Maine GOP Chair Dr. Demi Kuzinas released a statement condemning the allegations, but did not address the released public records that sparked the tax break concerns.
Meanwhile, Maine residents can now order free COVID-19 tests every month through Project ACT. The Maine Department of Health and Human Services made the announcement Monday. Every household in Maine can place 1 order per month on the Project ACT website, and a kit with 5 rapid tests will be mailed to their door. Project ACT has mailed out nearly 500,000 free at-home COVID test kits since it launched in January of this year. To order your free test, go to accesscovidtests.org.
As National Recovery Month comes to an end, our A.J. Douglas spoke to a local recovery center to learn more about the ongoing crisis.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported over 100,000 drug overdose deaths in 2021, which is a 15% increase compared to 2020. Senator Angus King has received bipartisan support to spread awareness by recognizing September as National Recovery Month. He released a statement that read in part, quote, "The last few years have not been easy. There have been periods of immense stress, difficult isolation, and unexpected hardships for all Americans. These conditions have been even more challenging for those battling substance use disorders." In part, quote, Sean Fairclough, executive director of the Together Place, says this is a time to highlight both the breakthroughs and challenges.
There's no way around the reality that overdoses have been going up across the entire country, and unfortunately even more so here in the state of Maine.
Fairclough says the Together Place works to provide constructive creative spaces for those seeking recovery. He explains the importance of getting people in recovery back into the community.
It's a community-wide issue, very significantly in Bangor. We're seeing the homelessness, and a big part of that relates to mental health and relates to substance use issues.
Fairclough says awareness is a key factor, but financial support is also vital to supporting recovery facilities.
With recovery, we're at an earlier stage, and so there needs to be greater financial investment in housing, in recovery for people with substance use, and also in mental health. It's kind of these three issues combined together.
Anyone interested in working with the Together Place or receiving services should call 207-941-2897. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Central Maine Power is sending multiple crews up north to help with some much-needed restoration. CMP has sent 16 two-person crews to Nova Scotia to help with the aftermath of Hurricane Fiona. The request for help was made by the North Atlantic Mutual Aid Group. CMP Vice President of Electrical Operations Adam DeRozier says his team is up for the task at hand, and his only concern is securing lodging for their entire stay.
This is what they do. I mean, they're used to working in the elements. They're used to working storms, doing restoration. They get excited about these opportunities to be able to go and offer the assistance to Nova Scotia and do what they do best, go and restore power. And that's what these guys get excited about, and it makes me proud to support them.
This picture shows the trucks this morning as they cross the Canadian border. DeRozier says CMP's work abroad should be completed in about 2 weeks' time.
Definitely a lot of people picking up the pieces after that storm.
Yes.
We felt a bit of that over the weekend, too.
A little bit, but nothing compared to what they've seen in Canada, and it's great to see us stepping up to help our neighbors to the north.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, with a little bit more on what we can expect weather-wise, at least in the coming hours, let's take a first look at the forecast.
Happy Monday, and thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather today is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. Check out our new location on South Main Street in Brewer. So today, more clouds and even a couple of scattered showers in the area. Most of it is in the northern part of the state. So here in Bangor, lots of cloud cover. That is the main story, but there will be some scattered showers overnight. Temperatures, though, whole different ball game. Really warm temperatures today in the lower 70s here in Bangor. A couple of upper 60s by Bar Harbor, Rockland coming in at 70 degrees. So a really nice and warm, pleasant day out there. Today really feels like fall out there. So enjoy it while it lasts, because temperatures will cool down. By Thursday, a high of 60 degrees, then a little bit of a warm up closer to average by the weekend. And then once again, we start to cool down by Sunday with highs barely reaching 60 degrees. Tonight, though, we'll have really mild temperatures as we hover in the mid-50s. Beth and Peter?
Alrighty.
Yeah, temperatures looking very fall-like there.
Very fall-like. We appreciate it.
All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll take a look at the Winslow cupboard and its impact on nearby communities.
And a Herman student is getting help with her college education thanks to a scholarship from former President Barack Obama's foundation. We'll have those stories and much more when ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
When it looks the part, but isn't the real thing, that's Fool's Golden. Jared Golden promised he'd be an independent fighter against Biden's spending, but then cast a deciding vote for Biden's newest spending bill that experts say will hike taxes $1 billion on those making under $50,000. Golden may think we're fools, but his recent vote shows Mainers what he's really made of. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Ford Truck Month. Get after it in a Ford F-150 and take on the weekend with an available tailgate work service to get the party started and available Pro Power on board to keep it going strong. Get our best offers on Ford F-150. Get to Ford Truck Month. Now place your order and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford trucks.
When it comes to finding the right health insurance for your small business, it can feel like you're the only one looking out for the well-being of your team. But when you partner with a nonprofit health insurer who not only understands your needs as a business owner, but puts your people over their profits, it allows your business to keep doing what it does best. With a team who can take comfort in knowing they're cared for, people over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Get a quote from your broker or visit healthoptions.org.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Mainers work hard, but Joe Biden's inflation is making life miserable. Heating oil costs are crushing Maine families. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and for too many, this means choosing between gas, groceries, or freezing. Biden and all Democrats created this mess, and they're making it worse. Congress needs more Maine common sense, not more spending on those who won't work or more taxes on those who do. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message because Maine needs a congressman who will stand up to Biden and help Maine families.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. With the cost of everything from food to heat on the rise, more families are turning to food pantries to help fulfill their basic needs. Matthew Jurancic spoke to volunteers at the Winslow Community Cupboard to learn more.
I'm here at Winslow Community Cupboard, where this location serves more than 200 families at a time, and that number's only getting larger.
There's been some times where I haven't had much of a choice selection, and I can order, to have food here for them.
Organizers of the food pantry are asking for food donations during another record month of demand.
We try to offer anywhere from 100 to 200 pounds of food for people. The month of August, calculated with all the Good Shepherd and the donations from the local supermarkets and club members and stuff, 92,000 pounds went out this door last month.
Winslow Community Cupboard Director Bruce Particulari says there's many factors that have led to the increase.
With the fuel costs and heating oil for the winter season coming up, and the food prices that have been happening in the stores, people are really relying on their food banks that can help them out.
Winslow Community Cupboard is open every other Thursday of each month. Particulari says all families that come here are accepted with welcoming arms and given enough food to last weeks.
We're just trying to create an atmosphere that they don't have this stigmatism that, I should be embarrassed, I should hang my head down because I'm asking for food. And it's not like that here.
To help families who are in dire need of food, the food bank formed a partnership with the Stone Cafe located right next door to help feed them. Reverend Nancy Finland of the Starfish Village Ministry, who helps run the Stone Cafe, helps provide lunches to families 3 times a week free of charge. She's grateful for everything the pantry does to help her restaurant.
It really prevents us from having to buy all the food that we would have to buy otherwise if we don't have the partnership with Bruce and his pantry.
Particulari knows helping those who are less fortunate to him is in his DNA.
Personally experience what they're going through when I was a child in my family. Not knowing where your next meal is going to come from or what you're going to eat that night for dinner. So I enjoy helping other people.
While this cupboard is supplied by Greater Shepherd Food Bank, they are asking for dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt to help supply families for when they need it. Reporting from Winslow, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
A Herman student is getting help with her college education thanks to a scholarship from former President Barack Obama's foundation. Neely Raymond is a junior at the University of Maine in Orono, and she is one of just 100 students to be awarded a $50,000 Voyager scholarship. The scholarship is for students pursuing a career in public service and is funded by both the Obama Foundation and the co-founder and CEO of Airbnb.
My focus is very environmental. I've always been a nature person, and I enjoy writing about and communicating, environmental issues. So this is a really great opportunity for me to continue to develop my voice in science communications.
It says she is excited to meet both Chesky and the Obamas in November when all Voyager Scholarship winners get together in New York.
The fall foliage is not the only thing attracting visitors to Maine this time of year. Many who have come to hike and enjoy the Maine coast are also taking a scenic pit stop at Tidal Falls in Hancock. As Jody Hersey tells us, it's a great place to see beautiful starfish in their natural habitat.
At low tide, Tidal Falls in Hancock puts on quite a show, and the stars of this incredible feature are the starfish themselves.
This place is incredible. There are starfish everywhere, all different sizes, all different colors. They're right here in their little homes.
On the edge of the water, you can spot an array of starfish, which are related to sand dollars, sea urchins, and sea cucumbers, according to the Smithsonian.
As we lifted larger rocks, we're finding 11, 15, 17 under rocks. It was more than we expected.
Visitors say as breathtaking as these creatures are, it's their color that takes so many visitors by surprise.
The colors really varied from orange to purple. The purple ones I thought were about the best looking, my personal taste.
And the starfish aren't the only ones who enjoy this coveted spot. On this particular day, a playful seal was also attracting the attention of viewers.
Saw a seal out there also, that was awesome. Never saw a seal before, so for us from down south, we don't see that many. Oh, and there he is again.
Members of the Tidal Falls Preserve say in order for more people to enjoy this coastal show, visitors are asked not to hold, touch, or take the starfish out of the water because it can be detrimental to the starfish population. Instead, folks are encouraged to stop by and enjoy all that nature has to offer from the water's edge. In Hancock, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
I have had the pleasure of visiting Tidal Falls on a vacation last year. Yeah. It is just as beautiful, if not more beautiful in person than what you saw in the video. And we also had the benefit of some seals having some fun out there on the days where we were there. It's just a beautiful spot. I would encourage everybody to go check it out if you haven't already.
I mean, just some of those closing shots, just an amazing landscape. Almost looks like a painting just come to life. So
it's just awesome.
Amazing to see. Definitely putting that on my list of places to go visit.
Yeah, that's probably a long list because
it's getting
so
longer.
Much to do. Yeah, absolutely. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. The goodies at Frank's Bake Shop in Bangor are hard to resist, and it sounds like even Maine's wildlife is drawn to the shop.
And in sports, a Bucksport soccer player has finally reached a long-awaited milestone. We'll have that story right after the break.
Here we go again. Paul LePage trying to drag Maine into the mud. Not surprising that the guy who can't work with anyone can't get the facts right either. I brought Democrats, Republicans, and independents together. And it's working. We fully funded our schools, expanded health care, sent relief checks to over 800,000 people, all without raising taxes. Because I believe we should be fighting problems, not each other.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's kick things off on the high school scene. Recently, Bucksport senior Ella Hosford just became one of a handful of girls soccer players in Maine history to reach the 100-goal milestone. Hosford set the school record in goals last season, career goals, and on Wednesday, she knocked in goal number 100 in a win over Calais. She's only the 23rd girl in MPA history to reach the mark, and she says she wouldn't have gotten there without her team.
It's crazy. I never thought it would happen because that's so many goals. But like this team and like this atmosphere has just made it so easy, and it's great. They're just so great, and everyone has grown so well together, and like we've just been playing with each other for so long. Like it's just my team.
The Bucks, who won the Class C North Championship in 2021, are off to a blazing start to the year. They are sitting atop the standings again at 7-0. And they've scored a whopping 81 goals and have allowed just one. So they're outscoring their opponents by 80. And Hosford said the entire team has everything working right now.
We have so much depth on the field, like from our goalie to our offense, and then like our subs that come in. Like we don't lose anything when we sub. It's just great, and our passing is so well. Like it's just everything is working right now.
Congratulations, Ella. Looking forward to see what the Bucks do for the rest of the year. Let's move on to some football now. The Patriots losing their Week 3 matchup at home to the Ravens on Sunday. They kind of got into a shootout with Lamar Jackson on the other end, and to add injury to insult, Mac Jones did not leave the field under his own power, being helped to the locker room at the end of the game. Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero of NFL Network have both reported that Mac suffered pretty severe high ankle sprain. We don't know if surgery is going to be needed or not. His timetable is still to be determined, but it looks like Mac is going to miss some time. We probably won't see him for Week 4 in Green Bay. Before the injury, he looked pretty good too. It was definitely a winnable game for the Patriots, but turnovers and just mental mistakes kind of took them out of the game.
No, we have to do a better job taking care of the ball. That's all of us. Coaches, all the players, the guys that handle the ball, some of the guys that don't handle the ball. They've also had turnovers on that too. So we just have to do a better job of it. We emphasize it a lot, but obviously we're not getting it done. So that's, we're all accountable for that.
Yeah, just got to get better in really every phase of the game, according to Bill. That is all the time we have for sports, though. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. If you are looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle near Bangor or Augusta, then stop by Varney Chevrolet in Pittsfield, just blocks from Interstate 95. Come see what Varney Value is all about. So some clouds out there today. It is Monday, beginning of the week, but it is a little bit on the nicer end. We do have warm temperatures, just some cloud cover across the state, a couple of scattered showers in the northern part of the state, but overall, we're looking pretty good. But look what's to come. We still have this big low-pressure system still lingering in Canada. That's going to continue to move east, and as it does, we'll continue to have some bands of showers that will continue to move up and north and east right into Bangor. So we are not in the clear. The next couple of days will be on and off showers, so get ready with that. Have an umbrella handy. Tonight, then tomorrow, we'll be in the clear for the most part, but then once again for Wednesday, we'll have some more chances of some scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. So please keep an umbrella handy because we'll definitely need that. Now let's talk a little bit about temperatures. Take a look at this. Really warm temperatures, 70s and 80s in the southern part of the state. Same thing right up the East Coast. Look at New York City and Bangor. We're in the 70s, but look just to the west. Midwest, upper Midwest, they have some really cool temperatures, only in the 50s and 60s. Today in Bangor, beautiful temperatures, around 71 earlier today, so that is above our average that we're supposed to have for this time of year. 67 in Bar Harbor and 70 by Rockland, so even the coast had some really nice and pleasant temperatures earlier today. The window was a little bit more of an issue. We do have some wind gusts close to 12 miles an hour in Bangor, 14 in Bar Harbor, really blowing from the south. So that is really bringing those warmer temperatures all throughout the state today. But because of that wind, we do actually have some small craft advisories that aren't in effect until 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So if you're out and about, maybe enjoying those temperatures on the water, be careful. But now if you're enjoying yourself close to Florida, vacationing, or if you have any family members there, definitely warn them because Hurricane Ian is brewing. It's actually going to be a strong Category 4 hurricane and going right into Florida. So anywhere in the west side of Florida, be careful and be on alert. Tonight, though, in Bangor, temperatures around 54 degrees, partly cloudy skies, couple of small chances of showers and a thunderstorm or two cannot be ruled out, but our extended forecast outlook does show those chances of rain sticking around on Wednesday. Then we clear out Wednesday night into Thursday. Lots of sunshine continuing right through the weekend, but look at that warm up in the 60s, close to 70 degrees by Saturday. Beth and Peter?
Those overnights ticking downward and downward and
Yep.
downward. I'm a fan. I like a nice cool overnight.
Yep, I will be too until it gets into the freezing temperature area. But we still got some time to go.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
I was just telling these guys about Jared Golden. He's a Marine who puts country ahead of politics. And then there's Bruce Poliquin. He's a multi-millionaire Wall Street banker who went to Washington, took all that money from the insurance industry, and voted to let them increase premiums. Worse, Poliquin said he wants to raise the retirement age. He's for them, not us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating. 990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
Don't believe the lies from Washington's special interests. Jared Golden's a different type of Democrat. I respect that Jared served in the Marines. Jared's a friend of law enforcement, and we definitely can trust him to keep our communities and families safe. Jared is standing strongly against defunding the police.
This endorsement was not a given. Congressman Golden's earned it.
Mr. Golden will definitely fight for us and be in our corner and have our backs, absolutely.
I'm Jared Golden, and I'm honored to approve this message.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Well, anytime you go into Rennie's, you're always going to find a great selection of toys.
We've got Tonka, we've got Green Toy, lots of dolls, Legos. Get to Rennie's.
Thank you for shopping locally.
This week, tracking the dangerous new storm brewing in the Caribbean as Fiona leaves its trail of destruction. Plus, the January 6th committee public hearing. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on all of television.
Welcome back, everybody. The goodies at Frank's Bake Shop in Bangor are so hard to resist, it sounds like even Maine's wildlife are drawn to the shop. Customers who frequent the State Street business kept coming into the shop Monday morning telling employees about a large moose just around the corner. It's not rare to see a moose in Maine, of course, but meeting one in such a heavily populated area in Bangor is a touch out of the ordinary.
It was a pretty chill Monday morning, but we had a few people come in pretty excited because there's a moose down the road. One guy came in showing us a bunch of pictures on his phone.
Game wardens were, of course, notified immediately about the young bull moose. Wardens located him between Hancock and State Street, sedated him, and then relocated the animal to a safer location. One wonders what he might have ordered if he had actually popped into the shop.
I know. Well, it kind of sounds like he had a bit of a free-for-all buffet next to that dumpster there.
Yeah,
so,
sure looks like it.
Yeah.
Glad he was relocated safely, of course.
As am I, but really cool for everyone who got the chance to see him.
Definitely something to talk about, for sure. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.